Hey everybody, it's Steve with Sky 194, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day or night to stop in and check my video.
Stay double file.
And we're back here in LFM in the Coach Dave Sprint Series here at Imola. And I'm trying again here with the Bentley. So I've been working on the setup for a while. So we'll see how it does. I'm on an outside pole. Very close. Yeah, very close, so that's good. I don't know why these people keep messing around. I don't know. I don't really. Can't get this thing where I want it.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh, stupid.
Car on the left.
Not my fault. It's totally.
Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, he didn't want to let me have it, so. It's really cold, so trying to get some heat in these things. Like 12C. Another car I need to start trying some setups on is a McLaren.
Well done, mate. Fastest lap of the race so far.
Oh, I tell you. Just making stupid errors.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yep, force your way through.
You're given a warning for exceeding check limits.
I'm digging myself a hole.
Losing to the car ahead is sector 1. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
All right, on par with them. Dang it. I screwed up this whole lap.
Fastest lap of the race, man. Good
bowl area is just a real stickler for me with this Bentley. It's just a lot. You have to just, you can't really attack it too much. I mean, not compared to some other cars. See, that's better. That's what you got to do. Just let it work. You just can't. I can't, you know. Dang it! Making up time and that. See, the tires are turning blue there at the ends because it's so cold. It's too deep. I'm telling you, BMWs are really good here, so. I got a handful behind me. Yeah, broke himself there, I think, behind me.
Halfway through, not over yet.
Excuse me. My rustiness with this car is showing, even though I've been driving it and doing a setup. It's not driving well. Not putting it where it needs to be. As I start to make ground, I mess it up. I'm trying to hang on to third. I'm not gonna do that doing what I'm doing. controlled crash.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3. But I'm making the fastest lap so far. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
What can I say? Guess I'm just tired. It's not the car's fault, it's my fault. I'm just driving like garbage. Yeah, it's driving like crap.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
See if doing some brake will help it. Man, the tires are just getting colder and colder. Nah, I don't like that. See, it's definitely not the car, it's just me.
You're gaining on the car heading sector 2.
Dang it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What happened to the McLaren? Must have crashed too.
Leaders on final lap time.
One more lap. It's weird though. At least you got tires. They all turn blue. I tried to give it away many times. Hard fought for second place.
Excellent job, mate. P2. Bring it back.
Still ran a 42.5 on my last lap, so that's not too bad. Not awful for me, anyway. Yep, not awful for me, anyway. So I'll take the second place. Whew. Like I said, definitely, you know, me making a lot of mistakes. I should have been right there battling for first with the Aston Martin. Maybe not passing him, but at least should have been right there by him. I made so many mistakes and lost count how many mistakes. Just, you know, I guess driving a lot of the day and just tired, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's my excuse. So just not driving as good as I should be. But the car is, you know, good. I mean, I'm happy with the car. I mean, it's always in room for improvement, which I might take a look at it and see just if there's any small adjustment I can make to improve upon it. But it's definitely running, you know, lower, you know, mid to lower 42s. So we'll go from there. And, of course, we'll check out the LFM website also and check out and see what the results are. Alrighty, well, before we go to the setup, I changed my mind. Let's just go here to Pan Am before I'll forget this. So I want to go to, let's check out the results. And there was 7 splits. I was in the middle here in the 4. Hoping I can move up. So I finished second. Got a good break there, you know, in a few places. I had 8 incident points. My safety rating went up 0.2, and my ELO went up 67. So we're up to safety ratings up to 6.54, and my ELO is 1464. So again, you know, making small little gains. Again, I think I could have done better. You see my fast was a 142.25. That was the fast. Of course, I don't know if that was any drafting involved or anything else, but you know, not a terrible time. It's okay. But again, I was really working pretty hard for it. So again, I think this setup that I'm gonna try to make the setup a little bit better, so it can be a little bit on as far as performance and definitely drivability. So let's go ahead and go see the setup. Alrighty, I did a few adjustments to it, which we'll go over from the race, and I'm really happy with it. I really wish I would have had this when I was racing. I think it's a lot better. This isn't the first time either. This is just a reset after I thought I had it dialed in. And again, I tried a few things because I've already done a lot of work on this setup, trying a lot of different things. But, you know, there's always something else to try. I was really trying to change the balance a little bit, and we're going to go over that. I'm not going to show a lap or anything because I know, you know, you've already watched the race. But you can see my fast lap is a 142.34. So, you know, that's pretty good, especially when, you know, it's 24C. It's not, you know, super cold or anything, nighttime. So I'm really happy with that. And, of course, I started off with 65 liters, and it ran this lap when I had it down to 50. So it was like 5 laps in. So that really, in the next lap, I'd started the next lap, and just to see how it would start, and I was up on my delta by a little bit more again. So, again, I think it would hold that right around there, just up to me. And I'd like to see that, so it felt really good. Like I said, big improvement in feel, drivability. A little bit when I was in LFM, a little bit edgy to me, a little bit too edgy for my liking. So I'll show you what I changed, just a few things, not like a ground up redo, just basically a few things. Got 26.8 left front, 26.4 left rear, 26.2 right front, 26 right rear. Again, I want to make sure my tire pressures were for my mid 20s because it was really cold there, in the LFM race. Toe was negative zero point 0.2 with the camber at negative 3.4 and the caster at 14. And the toe on the rear is a positive zero point 0.1 with the camber at negative 2.9. And now again, all my camber is adjusted to whatever between the inner and the outer of the tire is telling me. I try to keep about a 3 to 4 degree spread in there. Sometimes I have done 2, but it's got to show me that it's benefiting it. So if it's not, then I won't. But I usually try to keep it around 3 or 4, and that's where I have this set at. Electronics are 3, 4, and 1. Fuel, like I said, I started off at 65 liters, which is a lot more than what I had. I think I only started off at 46 in LFM. So, but I just put more fuel in it, and I still run, as faster. So here's the tires. Again, really good wear. Again, with the Bentley, it's kind of like a mid-engine car. I mean, it wears the rear tires faster than the fronts. So I'm trying to keep that as little as I have to, because if you start doing too much sliding around, you're just going to compound the problem. So again, with all my setups, I try to keep these as equal as I can, so as the car wears, the car stays balanced and doesn't go into a real bad understeer or oversteer type of thing. So again, that's my goal anyway. Mechanical, got 4 on the anti-roll bar, 61 on the brake bias, steering ratio is 11. Springs in the front are 150,000 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 10. And on the rear, the springs are 145,000 with a bump stop rate of 400 and a bump stop range of 20. Anti-roll bar is 2 and the preload is 120. Here, basically, you can go down to 60 with the brake bias with no problem. You might go even more than that, but I went down to 60 and it was fine. And I did take 1 out of the anti-roll bar, out of the front and the rear from what I had in the race. Just trying to get a little bit more movement in the car. Again, it's good to have a little bit of movement in the corners, and especially with these sausages and stuff, you want to have a little bit of give, a little bit of movement, and not super duper rigid. I already got, pretty soft springs in it. Bump stop rates are pretty low. So again, because here you got to be able to go over the chicane and some of these sausages at least without upsetting the car too much. And again, I lowered the preload on the diff like 1 or 2 clicks from the race, and again, just trying to keep that to where I don't get a mid-corner understeer and the car won't rotate. So again, I just took a few out of that. Shocks. Now, this is really interesting, at least to me it is. You can see the front really drastically different on the front. I mean, night and day. You would like, wow. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, a little bit here and there, but the rebound is all over. But let's take a look at Motec, because I want to show how different this is. But when you take a look at Motec, I mean, look at that. I mean, you can see the rate looks very similar on both wheels. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit different, but it has the same kind of shape to it. So even though a lot different settings, and again, I really contribute that to going over those sausages, especially the chicane where, the right tire is going over a different part and the left tire is, hitting another part and all that. So again, it did have a little bit too much bump in it. So I did make a few adjustments on that, trying to bring this down some more on both of these. And not a couple of clicks here or there, but very, the rear doesn't look bad at all, really close. And the front really doesn't look bad either. It's just just a little bit off on the bump. So again, I made some corrections on that, but actually comes in pretty good for here at Imola since you got such big, big hits on the suspension. Well, I just wanted to show that because I thought it was really, really interesting with, how these are so different. So left front's 10, 14, 30, and 28, and the right front is 9, 8, 30, and 12. The rear is 2, 3, 7, and 5. It didn't make too much difference in the rear. I don't think, and you saw how the graph was. The Bentley just in the rear doesn't have a lot of movement. It reminds me again of like the Lamborghini. It just the rear doesn't have a lot of suspension movement, I guess, in the Bentley. So that's just the way it is. The Bentley's just that way. Nothing abnormal there. The aero, we got 56 in the front, 63 in the rear with an 8 wing and a 3 and a 3 and the brake ducts. And the front aero variation is a negative 6.5. Now, this is what I had in the race, you can go down to 7. And actually what I had in the race was that. So I actually had one click down on the rear right height, and I had the rear wing at 7. That's what I had in the balance in the race. And, it was a little slidey to me. And it was off the corner. It was doable, but the problem I really didn't like is coming off the corner a lot of times. I would either have to be careful or I'd have to counter steer some, and you're losing time when you're doing that. And you got to catch it and things like that. And, I didn't like that at all. So, that's why I came in and I tried a few different things with ride heights. But again, you don't want to go too crazy because, again, when the fuel comes off, it's going to go up in the rear. It's going to go up 2. But, of course, I had it. That's where it's supposed to be. But, yeah, it's going to go up in the rear, too. So that's going to go up to 65. So that's not too bad. The front pretty much stays there. But if you put like 90-something liters in it, let's say you have, like 100 liters in it, and you come back here. See, now it goes up to 57. So it comes up 1 then, and then it goes up, 3 in the back. So, again, it makes a difference on how much fuel you have in the cars, how much it's going to come up. But, again, I'm trying to find a good happy medium to where I like it where it starts getting faster, faster and faster and faster, and then as it tapers off, it still doesn't, it's still not real bad near the end of a stint. So, again, that's the reason I like this, and the stability. It felt so much more stable, and I did not have to turn my TC to 4. I had it at 3, where in LFM, I did turn my TC to 4 because the car just, especially coming off, it almost felt a couple times where, I almost lost it that one time over the chicane, the car coming off, because you're getting out of gas early coming over that, and it threw me over to the left like I was almost just about lost it. So, again, this feels just way better to drive, and I think it's actually faster. And speed-wise, you lose 1 mile an hour down the straightaway. It was from 164 to 163. Still right there with other cars. So, I'd rather have the time and the stability on the whole rest of the track. So, not really worried about that. And I know it can even go faster. So, again, I think it's a great setup, and it will work really well here at Imola. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you give me a like and subscribe. It really would help the channel. I didn't say anything. I just want to say, because it goes up and down. I see we broke 5,500 subscribers. And I just want to say thank you. I hope it holds to that or it goes up. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has subscribed. It really helps out a small little channel like me, and also watching the whole video and liking and commenting and all those things. It helps with all that YouTube algorithm stuff. And I just want to say thank you. And also, I do have a PayPal if you want to support the channel that way, and that'd be great. And thank you to everybody that has in the past. And I will have, again, this link of this setup will be in the description. And like all my setups, they're always free. So I would appreciate any support. And I want to say thank you. And I sure hope you come back and visit again really soon. See ya.